Okay, can everybody hear me now? Having a little trouble connecting with Hangouts tonight. If you can hear me now, okay. We should be rolling right along here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, everybody can hear me. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great, great, great. All right, well, we finally got online here and we are good to go. Hey, Rick, good to see everybody checking in. We're going to have a little bit of different training tonight. For the last 3 weeks, we have gone right into the program. And over the last couple of weeks, I've had a ton of questions come in, so I thought we would take a break from within the program and go over the questions that have been coming in and talk about a few things. In the group, I had posted last week, would you like to see 3 products that over the next 5 years would make you over $1 million if you follow a very simple plan? And I'm glad to see Kenny Dutton just checked in. I'm going to go over a few things that Kenny was doing some research today, and I had asked him if he would send me the information. I'm not good. I never want to talk about another company derogatory comment. So I'm not going to mention the company's name, but they are very, 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 it's a large company in the loyalty rewards program. I just want to share with you some of Kenny Dutton's, at the end of the show, some of Kenny Dutton's finds as he went out anonymously and talked to some of their clients and did I will say, a tremendous job in gathering information from another loyalty rewards company, talking to their clients and their customers so that you will understand and see why this market is wide open. And this company is probably one of the top 1 or 2 in the country. And so I'm excited about that. We're going to talk about the difference between loyalty rewards and coupons, how to calculate sales conversion rates. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that more. Then we're going to go into those 3 products that we talked about. But my name is Kerry Miller. Let's go ahead and launch and get started here. Hopefully this, the mic thing, I don't know why it was connecting in and out when I first launched. So we're good to go now. But for you that are just came on board, my name is Kerry Miller. I am the trainer for for App Wizard Studio. And it's always a pleasure to come to you and be a part of Wednesday nights. I'm pretty excited about tonight. And real quick, App Wizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you are watching this show, watching this training, you will be, I'm doing 2 things at once here. You will be make any sales, create any traffic, increase your income. Every person is different, and work ethics are different and has different desires. So we never want to go out and expect anything more than what you expect of yourself. We're always here to help you to achieve your goals. So that's what we're all about. But it's an absolute pleasure to have you here tonight. And oops, let me turn this down because I want to check something. I want to try to do something here as we get started. Before we get started, I'm going to show you a movie clip. It's a short clip of what I think is one of the greatest sales movies ever produced. And please forgive me as there is a bit of harsh language in this clip. When you start to see it, you probably have seen the movie, you've watched the movie. Anybody that's in sales or any type of marketing has watched this movie. The first time I ever watched this movie was at Navy recruiting. Matter of fact, the first day I was at Navy recruiting, they took us all into a theater and they played this entire movie. So I'm going to start, if I may, and I'm going to show this video clip, and hopefully this is going to work okay. I'm going to hit load, and hopefully everyone will see it, and then when I come back, hopefully everyone will still be there. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'd like to just share this clip with you. Okay, how many of you have seen that movie? How many of you on the call right now have seen that movie or seen that? Probably the most famous clip ever in the history of sales. When I first saw that movie, I was scared to death, especially when I was sitting in a theater with about 50 other recruiters, and they let us know real quick if we couldn't recruit, we would go home. And the reason I want to show you that is that's a tough way to show, but the one thing I like about that when he talked about if you want to be successful, if you want to do the things that you're supposed to do in sales, multiple times on DVR right now, I hear you, buddy. And if you want to be successful, you have to always be closing. And I'm going to tell you, it's absolutely amazing when I talk to people, and we're going to talk about this tonight. This is going to be an intimate conversation with us tonight, and we're going to train and we're going to go over these things I talked about. But I want you to understand before we get started tonight, more than anything in the entire world, I want you to be successful. Woodrow wants you to be successful. Mark wants you to be successful. Nancy wants you to be successful. No one wants you to be successful more than the App Wizard Studio family. And I've watched that several times today because I've had conversations with people who continually ask, Kerry, what should I go do? And it's always funny. Every time I have those conversations, it's usually about 11, 12, or 1 o'clock, and they're sitting at home. And I can promise you, if you want to plan and you want to make sales, you cannot sit at home and do it. So I want to continue on with just something to go along with this movie at the end. But let's go ahead and get rolling. Let's take a look at the difference between loyalty rewards and mobile coupons. 75% of U.S. companies who offer loyalty programs and actively promote them generate a return on investment. And this is from Experian. Experian is one of the credit agencies and tracking agencies, how people spend. They track many different things. Most people know them as the credit bureau. But 75% of U.S. companies who offer loyalty programs actively promote them and generate a return on investment. Should we be promoting coupons or offering a rewards program? The question involves weighing the differences between the two. Are less involved. Obviously, we send them out. They use them when they use them. They get them on their phone or in their mailbox. There's not a lot with coupons. They get them and they use them or they don't. We hope that it drives traffic and results in a more immediate return. There's one thing we know as human beings, we love immediate return. We get excited when we get a return. It's funny. Nicole went out the other day and she got a scratch off coupon and she won like $3 and she called me on the phone and it was an immediate return and she was excited. Well, we're the same way with coupons. When we go out, we get something, we're excited. So we go out, we use that coupon and we save some money and get something we want. They bring in shoppers and the resulting savings mean consumers can afford to buy more. They also have a following. TLC's reality show Extreme Couponing followed the lives of dedicated coupon users and the sometimes awkward links these shoppers would go to get a deal. Some of you have probably seen that show. According to Retail Me Not Inc., which operates a digital coupon marketplace, 68% of consumers say that coupons generate loyalty. Okay? Generate loyalty. A study by Valpak revealed 1 in 5 consumers felt victorious after using coupons. In fact, the same study showed that female users were 69% likely to receive emotional satisfaction from using coupons. Their male counterparts also felt good about their purchases at 57%. And I'm one of those 57 percenters. Now, I know you're going through and you're looking at these numbers, you need to remember these numbers and watch this training back and make sure these numbers are in your head when you're talking to those clients out there that we're going to be sharing with you that are unhappy right now with their current working with. Clearly, coupons are positive in the consumer experience, but what builds loyalty over time? Several studies indicated the same coupons are more likely to be used in conjunction with rewards programs. A coupon is something that stimulates excitement right now, that puts you right in the place you want to be. You're happy you get a return. And now when you go in, hey, John, are you a part of our loyalty program? A loyalty program is something that brings satisfaction down the road. Okay, so what you do is you go in, you're bringing in the coupons. Now every time I come in, because you want me to come back over and over and over again, I'm going to give you a little punch on your loyalty card, okay? Whether it be mobile and or a paper card. Obviously, we deal in mobile. So they're used in conjunction with rewards programs, which are intended to build more loyalty, right? A coupon is going to bring in someone right now, and they're going to be excited, and they're going to get what they want. A loyalty rewards program or a punch card program is going to bring them back multiple times, okay, multiple times, so that they come in and get that punch. They're spending money. They get that punch. And now when they get the 5 or 10 punches or whatever it is, bam, now what happens? They receive that loyalty coupon, okay, which creates that excitement. And now they've won. All right, we all love to win. And they receive that coupon, and now they're excited. So the loyalty side, punch card program, brings them back over and over and over again. And that builds the excitement. The coupon, instantaneous gratification at the very moment. Mintel, a supplier of market research, recently reported 3 top reasons a consumer sees as important in a loyalty program. In their study, they discovered that 55% felt the ease of redeeming the rewards was most important. You don't get any simpler than redeeming the rewards like we were talking about last week with loyalty rewards, okay? Simply go in, you get a punch, you get second punch, third punch, fourth punch. You bring it in and says, hey, I just got my 5th punch. Can I get my extra cup of coffee? All right. 51% felt the ease of earning points was, and 51% felt monetary rewards were top priority in a rewards program. Surprisingly, access to exclusive deals and coupons accounted for only 36%. 36%. So you can see that the loyalty, okay, that person that comes in, they love you, they want to be there, they love your establishment, they love your food, they love all these things. They come back time and time and time again. Why? Because they want to be a part of what you do. And in return, you reward them with a punch and or a however your system works. Okay, ours works with putting a punch in the card. They put a number in, they get a punch. So loyalty rewards is a huge part of that marketing circle that you should be in when you're selling your products. Colloquy, a provider of loyalty marketing research, found loyalty promotion most likely to encourage a customer to shop at a store. These are the things when you're out talking to your clients, okay? When you're building your plan to go out and talk to your clients. And I don't mean sitting at home trying to dig them out of Facebook or wherever you're trying to dig them from, where you're face-to-face. And I think Michael, I believe I saw him on here, will attest to this. The best way to close a client with the products we have is face-to-face, sharing the information with them that they're looking for. Right here, found loyalty promotion most likely to encourage a customer to shop at a store. What else do you want? What else would your clients want more than anything than to bring his customers back over and over and over again? And one thing, I'll share that when we get into the messages that Kenny sent me while I was at dinner. Consistent of gift cards at 52%, coupons at 49%, cashback offers at 48%, special promotions at 46%, and reward points at 46%. You have to create a rewards point system, okay? And we've got that. And I can tell you, coming out here just very soon, Mark is working day and night, busting his butt to get this new system, kiosk system up and running. That's going to be, we're just around the corner. He's making all the tweaks and getting everything right. It's a huge undertaking, but I can tell you, when this comes out, it's going to blow you away. But creating a rewards point system, points are usually the easiest track for both you and your shoppers. I mean, there's nothing any easier than coming in and knowing that I've got three punches left to get my reward. So I'm going to come in tomorrow and I'm going to come in Saturday. And on Monday when I come in, I'm going to get that special. I'm going to get that free cheeseburger, okay, and my drink when I order something else. So the point system is a great way to get people excited. Creating a point per purchase or point per product purchase system. Milestone rewards. A milestone is something you give out when someone reaches a certain point in their life or a certain point in this manner of their reward system. So let's say at 5 points, John comes in, and at 5 points, you say, hey, John, this is your 5th punch out of 10. Today, I'm going to give you a little milestone reward. I want to give you 10% of whatever you purchase in the store today. Do you not think John's not going to get excited? And you can literally type that in, just like I was showing you last week, where you can go into the header of your reward systems and you can type in some explanations. Hey, on your 5th reward, on your 5th punch, get a special milestone reward. Come and get something exciting. And they walk in, and John walks in and says, hey, Kerry, today's my 5th punch, dude. What am I going to get? Kerry, today, since you came in for your 5th punch, I'm going to give you 10% off of everything in the store. So now, guess what, man, you're creating even more excitement. You're creating rewards that are what you call unspoken, okay? And people start looking for that stuff. Michael Cahill posted a deal, and I was shocked because I am a huge Applebee's fan. But I can tell you why I'm a huge Applebee's fan. I'm a huge Applebee's fan because when I walk into Applebee's, I get the same waitress every single time I request her. She takes care of us when we go to Applebee's. I tip her very well, and she takes very, very good care of us. My food is always exceptional, and she always adds special touches. But it shocked me that Applebee's is so far down. Chili's, I won't grace the door of Chili's. I've never been in a Chili's that I like. I've never been in a Chili's that their food was any good and their service always stinks. So I don't go to Chili's, but Applebee's, I go to a couple of them and I get treated very, very well. But I'm excited when I go there. Why? Because I'm going to get a little bit of a reward for coming in. I'm going to get a free dessert, or I'm going to get my drinks for free. It's excitement that draws me back. Good customer service, obviously, but it's the excitement of being there. That's what Milestone Rewards does. It creates an excitement. Online access. I do not have to tell you, okay, at all about online access. Everybody here on this call, just say yes if you do. Do you have your phone within a hand's reach of you right now? Is your phone right there by your side? Mine is. My phone's right next to me. Matter of fact, I'm just checking to make sure I turn the volume off. My phone is sitting right next to me. I can reach over and pick it up. If someone messages me, I can see it come up on the screen. Usually someone messages me and says, hey, I can't hear or whatever. Your phone is there, okay? Your phone is right there. So many of your shoppers may be comfortable with printed coupons, but your younger crowd, and not even your younger crowd anymore, I mean, everybody's got a phone. Those demographics are interested in mobile and digital simplicity. And with the loyalty rewards programs that we have built and the new kiosk system that we have built, literally, you have your clients at the touch anytime you want them. Anytime you want them. March, a research and strategic consulting service provider, reported 91% of members are likely to download a program's application, and 73% of smartphone users are interested in interacting with their programs through their mobile devices. They don't want to go out to the mailbox. They don't care about that envelope of crap that's sitting there that they're going to throw in the trash. They want everything to come to their phone. I will give you a prime example, and I know you guys think that probably all I do is eat, and that's the truth. I was at Macdonalds the other night, and when I wasn't going to Macdonald's, I was actually going to the Italian restaurant where I like to eat, and I got an alert on my phone. And it was my McDonald's text message. It said, hey, we just uploaded your new rewards. And so I clicked on the little app, and sure enough, they loaded rewards. I got a Big Mac, an artesian chicken sandwich on one swipe, and then I turned around and got my French fries and a banana strawberry smoothie with another swipe. I literally bought $12 worth of food for $5.37. I was headed to a 5-star Italian restaurant and stopped where I was going and went to McDonald's because I got a text message that said, hey, come on over, Kerry. We love you. We want you to eat here. We don't want you to eat there. And that's where I went to eat. And I'm telling you, it was all because I received it on my phone. It went ding, ding, and I was ding, dinging right on down the road. Didn't stop. I went and I did my thing. Not to mention Daily Break Media, the social engagement platform, reported 64% of millennials, 79.6% of Generation H, and 66.2% of baby boomers said loyalty rewards programs drive them to interact with brands your customers are selling. I'm telling you, we fit in that category. We fit in that category. Everybody on this call and all of your clients' customers fit in these categories. 60+%. That's the people I want to be reaching out to if I own a brick and mortar business. Those are the people I want to be drawing into my store. Those are the people I want spending money with me. And I'm telling you, go out and do a survey. Nobody, okay, is out anymore doing loyalty rewards. Go into, how many of you went to 10 shops this last week, and out of the 10 shops, nobody was doing loyalty rewards? And I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. How many of you went to 10 shops this week, and out of the 10 of them were not doing loyalty rewards? Anybody on the call? That's the first thing I ask now when I walk into a business. It used to be how's business. Now I ask, do you do loyalty rewards? Places aren't doing it. Why? Because they do not understand that it's affordable for them. Now, they've got them on their app, on their phone. They're getting the text messages you are. But as a business owner, they think it is out of reach for them. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Coupons give instant gratification. Loyalty brings them back over and over to receive and gain points to receive their special offering. And then, of course, don't forget those milestone rewards. Make sure you talk to your clients about the milestone rewards. Make sure they're giving just a little bit extra to keep that customer, or they're going to wind up like the Chili's and like the Applebee's. And there was a couple of others on there that I go to and eat. I noticed that one of my favorites was Cracker Barrel. And if you notice, they're not in trouble. And I can tell you, they do have a great menu and their prices are good. And they've got great customer service. Matter of fact, I think it was Memorial Day weekend or one of those days, I went there to eat and I was talking about that. Let's talk about calculation of sales, conversion rate, and lead value. I've talked about this many, many times, and I've been asked about this, 10 times over the last week. Kerry, could you show me how to calculate these numbers so I know where I'm at in my business? And these what I'm going to go through tonight is kind of simplistic. But you can go as deep as you want, and you'll be able to see that as we go through this. There is nothing any more important than your number. I don't know your number. Andy doesn't know your number. Christopher don't know your number. Chris don't know your number. Tom don't know your number. Mark don't know your number. Kenny don't know your number. Don don't know your number. Michael don't know your number. Ed don't know your number. Only you know your number. And some of you are probably sitting there thinking, Kerry, I've never heard you talk about this. What is my number? That's what we're going to talk about. You need to know exactly how many people you need to talk to, how many, out of that number of people that you talk to, how many are going to turn into leads, and how many people you're going to close. If you don't know that, you are chasing your tail around and around in the dark, chasing his tail around and around, looking for something. It's no difference. You have to know what your numbers are. The problem is that many small business owners don't know where to begin, okay, when it comes to marketing their business and tracking their efforts. They shoot from the hip, trying different things, not ever knowing what the return on investment is. I'm going to give you guys a link here. Let me find it. Gosh, I didn't put it in here. I will put it in the group. I thought I put it in here. I did not put it in here, I don't think. Unless that's it right there. Let me see. No, it's not. So I will put this, but it's a CRM program. It's the first part of it's free. The more you want out of it. I used to use it a long time ago. They've changed the name, and but I will put it. It's a CRM program, and it tracks everything for you. It tells you how hot the leads are, how not they are. But you cannot shoot from the hip trying different things, not ever knowing what the return on investment actually is. You cannot do that and be successful. I will guarantee you, sitting here right now, you can only shoot from the hip for so long. You have to know what your conversion numbers are. As a business, understanding a few important metrics about your sales funnel can help you direct your efforts sensibly without throwing your money away on advertising return. I talk to people all the time that do this, and I'm sure you have too. That you've talked to customers and they say, oh yeah, man, I'm spending all this money at the Thrifty Nickel, and what does it bring you? I don't have a clue. You know, I throw all this money at the Hunt County Shopper, and man, I tell you what, it's great. I just give them a call and send them my check. What kind of return on your investment did you have? I don't have a clue. Many of you sitting here, we have talked on the phone, and many of you not sitting here that I talked to on the phone. The first thing I ask is how many people did you talk to last week? How many people did you talk to the week before? How many people did you talk to the week before? And how many people did you talk to the week before? And it's amazing at the number of people that cannot answer that question. Without knowing that information, it is extremely hard to help someone find and fix where their problems are. Because what that tells me, if you don't know, you probably didn't talk to very many people. You have to know, and you have to get out. And I'm going to talk about going out here in just a little bit. What is a lead? In marketing terms, a lead is any person or entity as in a business that is potentially interested in purchasing your product or service. Some leads are going to be better than others. A hot lead might be more qualified, more ready to buy than, say, a cold lead that needs more convincing before pulling the trigger. For this reason, a hot or warm lead would be understandably more valuable to you than the cold lead. But how valuable is valuable? What is a conversion? I know some of this may be simplistic to some, but these were the questions that I was asked this past week. And I want to make sure that everybody understands that whether you believe it or not, you are a marketing company and a sales organization, even if it is yourself, and you have to understand this information. A conversion is any action that you define. It could be a purchase, an old-fashioned phone call, contact form submission, newsletter sign up, social share, a specified length of time that a visitor spends on a web page, playing a video, a download, etc. Many of the small businesses that I meet only have a gut sense of where their business comes from because they haven't been tracking conversions. One thing you need to sit down and talk with your clients about, no matter what you're selling. I don't care if you're selling them a Facebook page. If they're running ads on their Facebook page, they need to track that information when someone comes in the door. Knowing your conversion rate is a first step in understanding how your sales funnel is performing and what marketing avenues are giving the greatest return on investment. There's an old saying, you can drive down the road and throw all the money you want out the door and never make a sale, or you can go do something smart and know exactly what that money paid for and if it gives you a return. I see so many people driving up and down the road pouring money out the window. If you want to do that, I'll give you a tip. Just send it to me. I will be more than happy to let you know what I do with that. Conversion rate and how to calculate. Everybody get a pencil and remember this time, and I know Kenny time marks these, so these will be time marked in the training. Conversion rate and how to calculate it. Once you've defined what conversions you want to track, you can calculate the conversion rate. For the purposes of following the example, let's call the conversion a sale, okay? Because that's important to us. Tracking the number of leads you get and the number of resulting sales conversions, you can calculate your conversion rate like this. Conversion rate equals the total number of sales divided by the number of leads. You have to keep up with every single person you talk to today. Let me give you an example. I walk into XYZ smoke shop. I walk in and I speak to the owner and he says, I'm busy right now. I don't have time. Come back next week. You just created a lead. Even though nothing else happened, you created a lead. And you say, okay, he said, come back on a scale of 1 to 10. This is probably an 8. So it's a pretty good lead, but you created a lead. You walk into the next shop, okay, and the owner's not there, and the girl or guy behind the counter says, Mr. Jones isn't here today, but he will be here tomorrow. Could you tell me what time he'll be here tomorrow? Yes, Mr. Miller, he will be here about 3 o'clock tomorrow. Do you think it'd be okay if I stopped in? Sure. Now, you didn't get a confirmation from them. You didn't speak to them directly, but you just created a lead. So now you've got 2 leads. So that lead on a scale of 1 to 10, because I didn't really talk to him and it was just someone behind the counter, but they did tell me what time they'd come back. Maybe that's a scale of 4, okay? And you will create your scale and know what's hot and what's not. Let's say you made 20 sales last year. You had 100 inquiries, leads, okay? So your sales lead conversion rate would be about 20%, okay? 20% is not bad. Go talk to 10 people and close 2 in a day. Go out every day and talk to 10 people, okay, and convert 2 of those. That is amazing in itself. Go out and talk to 40 people today and get a 20% conversion rate, and you'll close 8 people. Conversion rates, there's one thing that doesn't lie, period. And for those that are on the call right now that understand sales to the T, that understands exactly what I'm talking about, they will tell you the same thing. Conversion rate statistics do not lie, period. If you keep your numbers, they never will ever steer you wrong. If you don't keep them, you never know what direction to go. What is the value of a lead? This is extremely important, especially if you're taking money out of your pockets and you're buying either advertising or billboards or Facebook ads or whatever you're buying. The value of a something is what it is worth to you. If you sell a kiosk system at an average price of, say, $1,159, and that's an annual price, lead into a sale, then the lead is worth $1,159 to you. So if you're out selling, and I think I based that on $80 plus a $80 plus a $199 setup. I think that's what I based that on. Okay. So if you're out doing that and you close a deal, then that lead is worth to you $1,159. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you not want a bunch of leads that are worth that? Absolutely. By your last 3 months average. We did the same thing in recruiting, Chris. However, we know that every lead you will end in a sale. In reality, you may only turn 2 out of 10 inquiries, or the 20% into a sale. That would make your conversion rate 20%. Traffic equals leads. Leads equals sales. Sales equals money in your pocket. How many of you are in business to make money? Is there anybody on the call right now, and I don't care if it's $79 a month or $7 million a month, how many of you on the call right now on the training are in business to make money? And then I don't care what you do with the money. How many of you are here to make money? Is there anybody at all that can say, yes, Kerry, I am in business to make money? I can tell you right now, Kerry is. There's not a day I wake up or a day that I go to bed that I'm not thinking about how am I going to refine, reconnect, and fix everything I'm about to do to increase my revenue. That means you can expect to generate about $2,318 from your 10 leads, 2 sales at $11.59. That's because we know on average you are closing 2 out of 10 sales, a 20% conversion rate. This means, now this is extremely important. Okay? Extremely important. This means that the value of one lead is actually worth $115.90. 1,159 by 10. Now, I'm going to just answer this question. I know there's just a little bit of a delay. But wouldn't you like to know that everybody you talk to about this business is worth $115.90 to you, whether they buy or not? You see, everything has a value. Everything you do has a value, whether it be talking to the person while you're getting your tires fixed, or whether you're talking to the person at the counter at Macdonalds, or whether you're just simply talking to someone standing in Walmart, okay? Everything has a value because it's a value of time. And if you're talking to business, if you're talking business with them, guess what? That person's worth $115.90 to you if this is your conversion rate and these are the numbers you're using. Here's the formula here. Lead value equals value of sales divided by the value of the sale, right, was annually $11.59 divided by 10, number of leads. Now, you can break this down as far as you want. Get a pencil and a piece of paper when this is over and sit there and you can break it down a million different ways, okay? Don't waste all your time on it. Just simply know what your conversions are and how many leads you're talking to. The previous example is a bit simplistic, and I know that, and you can get much deeper with this stuff. As we discussed earlier, some leads will be more qualified. Remember, I told you to put them on a list, and you may want to break your leads down that way. Okay, everything from 1 to 3 goes in this pile. Everything from 4 to 6 goes in this pile. Everything from 7 to 10 goes into this pile. Where are you going to put all your focus? If you got a whole bunch of 7 to 10ers, that's where you're going to put your focus. Your second focus will go to the middle pile, and then your third focus will go to the first pile. Let me take a little drink. I'm literally sweating. I get so excited about this stuff. I'm here to tell you, if you get focused on a plan where you get off your butt and you literally go out and start talking to people and you look at them, every single person as a dollar figure in your business, you will want to get up every morning and you'll be so excited. There'll be days you forget to put your socks on. That's just the way it is. There's nothing like closing a deal, and there's nothing like knowing your numbers, okay? It's revenue in your pocket. It's what you do. It's what drives your business. It's what drives you to success. It's what puts you where you want to go. And you've got to know those numbers. Why the value of a lead becomes useful. Think about this. If you don't know how much money you're making or how much money you can make or how much money you want to make, then you're totally wasting your time. When you know what the value of a lead is, you can determine how many leads you need each month to sustain your business and how much you should pay for advertising. This is a common number in marketing, okay, especially in the mobile arena and the online arena. Your goal should be a 2 to 1 or better. I try to get anywhere from $2 to $3, $2 to $3 return for every dollar on your lead advertising. If your lead is worth $115.90, and this is what I'm fixing to tell you. If every lead is worth $115.90, you should be willing to pay up to $57.95 to generate a lead. Does everybody understand what I just said? Let me put it a little more simpler. You have to spend money to make money. And if you're not willing to spend what it takes to generate that lead, then you're probably not going to generate many leads. Now, that $57.95 can be a part of your daily routine, your gas, your meals, everything it takes you to operate your day. Okay? So if you go out and you spend $115.90 a day, then you need to go out and sell 2 deals. If you're going to nice restaurants and having nice dinners and you're driving a nice car that gets a little less and better gas mileage, but you're out making the money and you can afford to do that, you need to know exactly what it costs you to generate that lead and exactly what that lead is worth. And if you do that, listen what I'm fixing to say. I don't make a lot of guarantees in life, but I will guarantee you this because I've lived it. I've done it my entire life. I learned it in the United States Navy, going to recruiting school, starting off with Glengarry Glen Ross. If you know your statistics and you know what drives your business when it comes to conversions and sales, you will never, ever fail if you hit your numbers. I guarantee you. You can't. If you know that you got a 20% closure rate and you go out and talk to 10 people, you know without a shadow of a doubt you're going to close 2 people. Now, you may hit a dry slump and you hit, you go out and talk to 20 people, and then all of a sudden you get 4 sales, you're still at your 20%. That's going to happen. But I can promise you, numbers never lie. Is Michael Cahill still on here? Is he on here tonight? I thought I saw him earlier. I can promise you, and Michael's a marketer, and I know that because I read everything he watches. Michael knows his numbers, and I can guarantee you Michael keeps his numbers, and Michael knows exactly what he's got to do every day. And I'm sure there's others on here, but I have a lot of respect for Michael because when he and I talk, we talk business, and I know how Michael operates. And I can promise you, successful business owners, I'm not talking successful sales. I'm not just talking success in business. Successful business owners, no matter what they're doing, understands their numbers. Why the value of a lead becomes useful? Conversions needed equals desired revenue divided by lead value. We all know exactly what we got to have to live, right? Does everybody know what their bills are every month? I mean, they're set in stone. You know exactly what you've got to pay. You got to put back for a rainy day. You know exactly how much money you got to make. So if you need to know that, that's why that lead number becomes so valuable. It's the most valuable number you have because that tells you how many people you have to go to work, have to bring in. Okay? That tells you how many people you have to talk to every day. When you go out, you need to have someone holding you accountable. whether it be someone in your family, whether it be a friend, whether it be someone you trust. And every night when you come in, you need to have them shoot you a message at XYZ time and say, hey, Kenny, how many people did you talk to today? Because I know you needed to talk to 10. And Kenny comes back and says, I talked to 20. Awesome, dude. How many sales did you get? 3? You're kicking butt, dude. So out of that other 20, you probably got another hot lead sitting out there. Yeah, I'm going to go talk to you tomorrow. Or I come in and say, hey, Kenny, how many people did you talk to? Well, you know, man, I got busy and I was sitting around on my butt doing absolutely nothing. And next thing I knew, it was 3 o'clock and I had a nice hot meal sitting in front of me and I ate that. Then I decided to watch TV. Well, then guess what? Kenny's not going to make any money that day. And he's going to have to go out and work twice as hard tomorrow to make up for what he missed. And let me tell you another secret behind that. For everything that you lose in business, you will never, ever find the time to make it up. It doesn't happen. You can't. You can't go back to yesterday because you did nothing and expect to do twice as much today to make up for it. It doesn't happen. It will never happen. It's a promise. It will never, ever happen because there's not enough hours in that 8 to 10 hour day for you to do that because you already know what your day consists of. So you need to make sure what it is that you do. Now, this created a lot of buzz on the internet. Any questions on conversions real quick before I move on? Any questions at all on conversions and or the difference between loyalty rewards and mobile coupons? Any questions on that before I move on? Because I'm fixing to blow you guys' mind in about 2 minutes. I'm literally going to, you're going to say, we should have saw this. We should have saw this coming. We literally should have saw this coming. But before I go into, and like I say, I know there's a little bit of a lag, so go ahead and ask the questions. Because I'm going to, before I show you these 3 products that will make you $1 billion, all right? And I'm going to show you exactly why. I'm going to show you the numbers. Like I said earlier, numbers don't lie. I want to read a couple of things that Kitty, and let me tell you, he sent me a ton of stuff. When Kitty does research, Kitty does research. He even got people's names. Okay. Let me go back. Now, this is with one of the top. Kitty, you could confirm this if you would. I think you're in the room. This is with one of the top loyalty rewards companies in the country. All right. They're very big. And this was Kenny talking directly with their customers. I just canceled them after a whole year of paying $299 a month. It doesn't drive in new customers, which I will. Let me stop with that because I sent a message back to him. Loyalty rewards and is not used to draw in new customers. Loyalty rewards is there to bring in that 60% of the 80%, okay, so that you bring in an extra 48 customers back the second time. We talked about that in depth. So make sure when you're talking to your clients, and Kenny and I talked about this today, make sure when you're talking to your clients, you explain to them loyalty rewards is there to bring in their current customer base more times than they're currently coming in to increase the return on investment of that singular customer. Okay, so make sure you understand that. So this person was kind of misled anyway. Definitely not worth the $299 a month. There's other newer programs that are the same, much less price. Yep, I had a rep quote me $199 a month and 50 cents per text if the client comes in based on a text sent to them. Hashtag no thank you. I paid $323 a month. For me, it's just not worth it for my price, for the price. If you want to send unlimited text to customers, then you have to pay in an extra $70. Now, let me tell you something. This particular company says that the average number of texts that a business, and I'm talking a small to medium business, sends out a month is 850 texts a month, okay? 850 texts. So they're selling them a text package, and then if they want to go unlimited, knowing that's not going to be unlimited, they're only going to stay within that limit, they're charging them 70 extra bucks. Had it for 6 months and canceled it a few weeks ago. After the cancellation, you have to ship everything out on your own, expecting them to send you a prepaid box after paying them all that money. There are better options out there, okay? And then I told Kenny, you know, whoever said about driving new customers, that's not the purpose. And that's not the purpose, is driving new customers. Let's see. This is from one that said $2.99 a month. Also, you're in a contract for a year and can't cancel. Once you're able to cancel, in my case, almost 2 years later, the customer service becomes a total disgrace. Here's one that said that the company's fantastic, but expensive. Our customers love it. They did promise us a free month for each referral. We have 2 referrals, but they won't return our calls when we try to collect. Let me just say right now, Tom, I already said I'm not going to say who the company is, so I don't know why you ask with a question mark. I'm not here to talk about a company. I'm here actually bringing in information from clients that are using loyalty rewards programs about how they feel about that. Their customers love it, but their customer service sucks. Let me tell you something. I can guarantee you this. Give bad customer service and you're not going to keep any customers. Give great customer service and those customers will love you, hug you, and kiss you and never leave you. Customer service in this industry is everything. And we all know this from the web days when we were all web designers. You know, people just disappeared. Web designers just disappeared and people were stuck with a bunch of crap. That's why it is so hard sometimes to go in and you're talking to people, they say, man, I've been screwed 2 or 3 times. I don't want anything to do with this stuff anymore. Sell yourself. Ms. Rodriguez, even worse. They gave us a free month, then $369, and after 6 months, they want to rise to $429 or so. Not worth it at all. Customers in, not recommended. There again, it's not to bring customers in. Both of my stores use this product, and it has definitely brought in more business. We are able to run specials and send text to all our customers and see the statistics of how many people visit and how many new customers we've got. People love being able to use their number to sign up and start earning rewards. I had the product at his business. My customers keep coming back for rewards, except they have support issues. They climb up your leg like a dog in heat until you sign up for the $250 a month program, promise the sun, moon, and stars, and they never return emails when you have support issues. Now, here's a guy that loves the product. It's working for him. And if you go in and take care of your customers and teach them how to use these things, it will work. Okay? Absolute worst customer service I've ever dealt with. I inquired for more info. I was called by someone who sounded like he was calling from his home. He used a local VoIP number, and they do that all the time. I told him I was busy and could not speak right now. He called me back about 10 minutes later saying my company won't be a good fit for the product. My new retail store is a good fit for whatever I say it's a good fit for, and that is not your job to determine that. He kept calling my retail store a repair shop. It is a repair side. I do have a retail store. He didn't take 2 seconds. Now, listen to what I'm fixing to say here. This is very important. Remember, I tell you to go in and get to know your customer and get intimate with them and learn about people. This is people, real people who are saying exactly what you've been taught. He never took time to get to know me or my business. Never took time. Paying $200 to $400 a month for this is ridiculous. I was all there until they told me the price. Guys, this is real data. Thank you, Kenny Dutton, for doing the homework. He was gracious enough after we talked on the phone to get in immediately so that we could bring this to you on training tonight. Guys, this is real stuff. People want loyalty rewards, but they also want a great company standing behind them. You have the product. People are willing to pay up to $499 a month for this product, and they can't get the customer service to go with it. Real people, real problems, real issues. And it's your job as a marketer and a consultant to go out and solve it. Now, how many of you want to see the 3 products that will make you? And I want to show you. I'm going to show you with a calculator that gives you real numbers. How many of you want to see the 3 products that'll make you $1 million? Matter of fact, I think it's in the next 5 years, $1,500,000. How many of you would like to see that? Anybody on the call right now? That's why a lot of you came, and that's why most of you stayed. You want to see it. Dennis says, please. Who else? I don't want to just show it to one person. I want to show this to everybody. All right? And I'm telling you, if you see what I'm about to show you, you won't even sleep tonight. You're going to put a plan together tonight, and you're going to say, golly, I got to start immediately. I did a couple of things in the group this week. I asked questions, okay? And I wanted to see what people did or are doing. And some people answered, some people didn't, and that's fine. But these are the 3 products that I will guarantee you, and I'm going to show you in black and white. I'm going to show you using a special made calculator that will show you exactly what the numbers are. Now, let me tell you, do the work for you. It's kind of like Christy Brown used to tell me all the time. She said, you know what Kerry told me to do? Get off your butt and go to work. And Christy got off her butt and went to work, and Christy is becoming an extremely successful entrepreneur. Not only is she an extremely successful entrepreneur, but she is a stand-up business leader in her community. Why? And she'll tell you. She got off her butt and she went to work. Okay, I'm fixing to show you right now. All right, sit down. You may want to stand up. I'm going to show you. And when I show you, you're going to say, I never saw it coming. I never saw it coming. That's it. The very thing I've been teaching for the since December. The mobile business card, the kiosk, and the marketing program with text. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need in your toolbox right there. You don't need third-party programs. You don't need to go home and recreate the wheel. You don't need to go home and find a bunch of crap online to try to add on top of it. I just read you probably 20, and Kenny's probably got a lot more. I just cut it off because I had to get back from dinner and come to training. I'm telling you. And I'm fixing to show you the numbers to prove it. These 3 products, and some of you sell other products, and I think that's awesome. But some of you need to get off your butt and go to work. You don't have a conversion. You don't know how many people you're talking to a day. You don't know how many people you talked to last month. You see, all of this fits together, but nothing works until you go to work. Now, I think it's great to run Facebook ads. I run Facebook ads. I've not been very successful running Facebook ads and creating any mobile business. I've spent money. I've pulled money back. I've done those things. Okay. I do have sales rep, and we've been together for a very long time. Okay. And we do exactly this. We don't do anything else. We're fixing to go after a very huge niche that we have learned is a very big niche with the kiosk system. And that's smoke shops. Okay, vape shops. I'm telling you this now, so go out and start selling them because it's a huge niche in the loyalty rewards programs. Huge. One of the biggest in the country. All right, and I can tell you that because we could all go out after all the smoke shops and the vape shops, okay? And none of us are going to step on each other's toes. I just gave you the largest niche in the country that's using this type system right now. Now I'm fixing to blow your mind. How many of you want to see how the numbers work and how simple this is? What's your plan? Get off your butt and go to work. Get out from in front of your computer at 8 o'clock in the morning and go to work. Now, some of you I know, and I can't remember who it was, they said they work full time and they work on the weekends. Okay? They do this on the weekends. I'm fixing to blow your mind with how small of numbers you have to close. You can do this part-time, some of the time, once a time, and make good money. Now, are you going to work hard enough to make $1 million bucks? I don't know. That's up to you. But I'm going to show you right now how you can. Does anybody want to see the calculator that I'm using to calculate the recurring income and show you how to do this? I will do that now. I got to swap screens, obviously. All right, because this is live. That will show you exactly how this works. And you can sit and play with this all night long. All right, I'll shoot this link right now in the group. Don't leave until we go through it. All right. I think I sent it. No, I didn't send it. All right, there's a link that you can go play with. Let me share my screen. Hang on just 1 second. Let me do it again. Let me go up here and do this and turn this on. I cannot preach recurring revenue enough. One-off sales are good. They're great. Okay? If you want to make money today and don't want to make anything tomorrow. Recurring revenue is the place you want to go. All right? That's the place you want to be. Now, let me explain a couple of things on here before I get started. First off, this top number, my service will sell for XYZ a month. So whatever your cost is, okay? Now, you can do two things here. You already know that texting is going to cost you $25. So if you're selling it for $79, you got what left? 54 bucks, right? I'll go ahead and let everybody know my cost for kiosk is $199 setup and $149 a month. That's a nice sweet spot. You've already see it selling for $299 and up. I'm $150 cheaper than I'm $100 cheaper than anybody else. Actually, $150 cheaper than anybody else. Okay, I'm coming in with a great product and superior customer service. So let's come up here and we're going to put $79 because that's where I was going to start at. All right. And out of all the people that answered the question, and I asked this question for a reason, I'm just going to show you here, I will get 2 new customers each month because that's what people said that's what they have time to get. Some people were working other programs and they're doing just they're only able to get 2 people a month. But let's say, and churn rate, let me tell you what churn rate is. Churn rate is actually what you lose. Okay? Churn rate is the number of people that you lose. Now, why do you lose people? Because your service sucks. That's just the bottom line. Everybody that was dropping out of this program here talked about how bad the service was. They were willing to pay the price, but they're not willing to be stepped on and have money taken out of their hard-earned pockets, and they drop out because they can't talk to anybody. Messages aren't going out. Customers are upset because they're not receiving any data. So churn rate is the number of people that dropped out. So we're going to put that at 15% churn rate. So you're going to lose whatever 15% of your number is every month, and that's how this number works. So the first month, you're going to make 158 bucks. The second month, you're going to make 505. Now, this is your first year. This is if you get off your butt tomorrow and go to work. Make only 2 customers a month. This is residual income, remember? So it's kind of like compound interest. Every month it grows, and it grows on top of itself. It starts compounding on top of each other, and things start growing and things start to happen. On your 4th month, you're making $1,603.70. On your 5th month, you're making $2,354.20. On your 6th month, $3,200. On your 7th month, $4,258. Now, this is only going out and getting 2 customers a month. How many of you can go out and get 2 customers a month and sign them up on the kiosk, make them happy, take care of them? That's only, what, 24 customers a year. And on your 8th month, you're making $5,411.50. Now, if you just stopped right there and you took care of those customers, you're going to make 60 grand a year. How many of you would like to make Just $5,111 a month, working part-time some of the time, whenever you want to a time, and go out and find 2 new customers a month and do that for about, what, 8 months and make $5,500 a month. And now you got to take care of those customers. And if somebody drops out of that customers, if somebody drops out, guess what? You got to go replace them. And let's keep rolling. Your 9th month, almost $6,700 a month. Your 10th month, $8,100. Your 11th month, $9,677 a month. Your first year, at the end of your first year, you're making $11,000 a month. Now, this is only at 2 customers, so by your 5th year, you're making $250,000 a month. Numbers don't lie. Remember I told you earlier, numbers don't lie? But numbers don't create themselves. People create themselves. Now, let's go up here and let's get 1 a week. All right? At $79 a month. Now, you can go in there and do the numbers, but if you add all these up, this comes out to over $1 million. All right? Over $1 million. And this is a month. You're making this at year 5, on starting your 60th month. That's what you're making. If you maintain your customer base and if you work. Let me show you what $10 will do to you. Let's go to $89. Are you watching the numbers change? Go in and play with this calculators. Let me go in here and put the 149 in. I can show you where I'm at. All right? These numbers don't lie. By your 11th, by your 11th month, by the end of your first year, you're making $41,000 a month. But BK, I might be driving my Bugatti at the end of this year. If you know what I'm talking about. What if you go out and get 2 customers a week? What does that do for you? I don't want you to sit up all night and drop numbers in here. What you need to do, yeah, total revenue. Total revenue. Okay? Any questions at all? Any questions at all? Any questions at all? I don't know about you. And I put that in the thing there, and you guys can go ahead and play with that. I have focused on this product for 3 years. This product is now in my toolbox. And this product's always been in my toolbox. But the combination of these 3, if you listen to what I'm telling you, you will go out and create revenue. How many you want to sell a month? That's up to you. Drop it in the calculator and find out how much it makes you. Know what your conversion rates are. Okay? Know what your conversion rates are. Know where you want to go. Somebody said if they had a good plan, they'd get out and make it happen. I'm going to give you a good plan right now. And I can guarantee you this works. And I'll share a story with you, and I'm going to close because it's 9:18. How many of you know who Roger Paneda is? How many of you know who Roger Paneda is? You've heard him speak. You've heard him. You've heard him on calls. He's been extremely busy lately. That's why he hasn't been on calls. How many of you on the call right now knows who Roger Paneda is? Many of you have talked to him. Many of you have talked to him, and you still don't follow his advice. This is his numbers as of today. Okay? This is his numbers as of today. All right? He has built 772 apps. I'm not taking anything away from Roger. Roger's not a tech person. He doesn't sit on Facebook. He sometimes has to get direction for his phone. He has to have help with the apps. All Roger does is go out 4 to 6 days a week talking to people. Show and tell, show and sell. Show and tell, show and sell. Right now, the loyalty rewards program is not a part of the kiosk system. That is coming, but I would, you can do it one of two ways. You can give the DBC. Of course, the messaging center always goes with the kiosk program, and the messaging center always has to go with the loyalty rewards program. Okay? Always. You can have a DBC without the messaging, but you cannot have the kiosk and the loyalty rewards without messaging. I recommend this. Go out and sell the kiosk with a mobile business card. And of course, the messaging center is going to be controlled by you. That's what you're going to get paid for, and do the 4 messages a month, just like we taught 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I was talking to Roger, and I'll get back to Roger real quick. I was talking to Roger, and I said, Roger, what is it? What is it that you think that stops people from being successful in this business? And Roger's very honest and upfront. Okay. Roger's been around the block a few times. Roger is a great salesman, and sometimes I don't think he realizes how good he is. Okay. Because he keeps everything simple. Roger was the first person I called when we developed the mobile business card. And I said, Roger, will you team up with me and let's go out and sell this thing and see if this is what my problem is? And he's not stopped. He sells 20 or 30 a month. Okay. 20 or 30 business cards a month. And I said, Roger, what is it that you think? What is it that you can tell me? Because I know you talk to people. What is it that you can tell me that keeps people from being successful? And he said, I will be honest with you. People all day long, but until they get up and go out and talk to people and show this program to people, they will never, ever sell it. And there's never been any truer words ever spoken than what Roger said. His numbers tell it all. 772 apps have been built. 400 plus are mobile business cards. 400 plus are mobile business cards. So with that said, in the words of my great friend Roger Paneda, if you want to make sales, go out and show and tell, show and sell, put your plan together. It's very simple. Wake up in the morning, go out and talk to customers, keep your conversion numbers, make sure you know where you're going and what you're doing. Home with checks. That's the way it works. Any questions at all? We'll be back in the system next week. I hope you receive some good information from tonight's training. I noticed we've been on here almost an hour and a half and not one single person has left. So evidently you must have got something out of tonight's training. I know we didn't go into the system. That was on purpose tonight. I wanted to clear up all the questions that I've been getting on how do I do conversions and how do I do those things. And when enough people ask for something, that's when I put it in training. Any questions at all? At all? All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out. You've got that calculator number there. You know, you can see what your monthly revenues are, your cumulative revenues. Learn what your monthly sales are, what your monthly recurring is, and those numbers will set you free. They will set you free. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go get some ice cream. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And if you ever have any questions, thank you, Don. Thank you very much. I hope I enlightened some of you. If I stepped on some of your toes, good. I hope I made you squeal a little bit. Thank you, Martha. It's always a pleasure to see you. It's so good to have you back, Martha. And get out and make it happen. But God bless. Good night. And I will see you all on next week's training. Thank you, Dennis. Y'all have a great evening. Thanks, Mark. Mark, I hope that helped you there on that differential of the loyalty rewards and the coupons. Awesome, Ed. Thank you, buddy. Thanks, Christopher. Good night, John Boy. Kenny Dutton, thank you for doing that research for me for tonight's training. Greatly appreciated. I can't thank you enough. I know you took time from your busy schedule to do that. Awesome, Andy. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, always good to have a refresher, right? Thank you, Seer. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks, BK. Love you, buddy. Let's get rolling, man, so we can get that Bugatti, so we can do that cross-country trip. I woke up in my Bugatti. I can't sing, I know it. Good night, everybody.